Hi, my name is Thoa and today we talk about the Vietnam War. The Vietnam War, also known as the Second Indochina War, was a conflict in Vietnam from the 1st November 1955 to the fall of Saigon on 30 April 1975. It lasted almost 20 years with direct U.S. involvement. The 1st November the 1955 is considered in the official date of the Earth's entry into the world, when the U.S. Military Accessions Advisory Group in Vietnam were established and ended in 1973 after the Battle of Điện Biên Phủ on the air in Hanoi. The reason why the U.S. get involved in Vietnam War: Southeast Asia countries are not only rich natural conditions, but also advantaged in transporting goods in the East Sea. Both Western countries and the U.S. also want to control them. After World War II, the war divided into two opposing factions, the Democratic and the Communist factions, including the Soviet Union and China, two great power countries at that time, and some countries in Southeast Asia. The main reason the U.S. entered the war in Vietnam during this period was to prevent the spread of communism in Southeast Asia countries. Since then, isolating China, draw in allies to the side of democracy, controlling Southeast Asia to exploit result. And why was the U.S. defeated in Vietnam? Firstly, the nature of the war launched by the U.S. is an unjust war. The U.S. government has come up with lies to legitimize the war in Vietnam, and then it were American soldiers who, after understanding the nature of the war, supported Vietnam to win. Secondly, during the period Vietnam received aid from the Soviet Union and China, two great powers in the communist faction. The support of both material wealth and technology techniques has helped Vietnam to cope with a great military potential country like the U.S. Third, because of the position between the Earth, the U.S. and Vietnam is too different, leading to differences in the way to fight. With the U.S. expansions of weapon, equipment and elite force, so it is somewhat subjective and underestimates the proponent. With Vietnam, it is a thin military force with a basic weapon, but it is well aware of the opponent and cautious in the attack. What was Viet Cong? Viet Cong appeared in the Saigon Press in 1956. It stands for Communist Vietnam. Officially, the National Front for the Liberation of South Vietnam is an armed communist organization in South Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia. The Viet Cong organization operates under the direction of North Vietnam against the South Vietnam government and the United States during the Vietnam War. The Viet Cong was established on December 20th, 1960 in Tân Lập village and Tây Ninh province. The Viet Cong organization has the following main start. Guerrilla troops do espionage, intelligence, gather important information in the south, and spread the news to the North government, inciting the people of South Vietnam to rebel against the government of the Republic of Vietnam. Another important start of the Viet Cong was to transport supply to their comrades from the north to the south along the Ho Chi Minh Trail. The most famous act of the Viet Cong was the Tet Offensive, an attack on more than 100 urban centers of South Vietnam in 1968, including the attack on the U.S. embracing in Saigon. What countries support Vietnam during the struggle against the U.S. period 1955 to 1960? Vietnam received support mainly from China because China now wants to show their position and important roles in the socialist bloc by supporting smaller countries like Vietnam. Period 1960 to 1972. Vietnam received strong support from both the Soviet Union and the China because both want to create influence and compete for the top position in the bloc. Periods 1972 and 1975. The support from the two countries to Vietnam decreased significantly because both countries changed relationship with the U.S. After the event of the fall of Saigon, to which country did Vietnamese boarding people and refugees go? The Vietnamese boat people refer to refugees who left Vietnam by boat and ship after the end of the Vietnam War from 1975 until 1994. The boat people's first destinations were Hong Kong and the Southeast Asia location of Indonesia, Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, and Thailand. From refugees camps in Southeast Asia, the vast majority of boat people has been resettled in more developed countries. The significant number of people are resettled in the United States, Canada, Italy, Australia, France, West Germany, and the United Kingdom under United Humanitarian Policy. Why did they leave Vietnam? The difficult economies forced people to go to the new economy in the wilderness. The Hoa people who controlled much of the retail trade in South Vietnam were subject to high tax, trade restrictions, and confiscation of their property. Tensions between Vietnam and China, along with the border war in 1979, made the Hoa people in the South fear the government would retaliate against them, imposing harsh policies and law on the bourgeoisie and the henchmen of the old regime. The rich want to escape from poor country to settle in the developed country. How is the relationship between Vietnam and U.S. nowadays? 25 years after establishing bilateral relations in 1995, the United States and Vietnam have become reliable and social partners in the fields of politics, economy, security, and people-to-people exchange. Do you hate the Americans for what they did to your country and people? No, I have no reason to hate them. It was the US government that started the war, not the Americans. Even American soldiers were deceived by their government. Moreover, the war is long gone. We should think of it with ancestral gratitude to live more meaningfully instead to living in hatred. This is all of the Vietnam War and the relationship Vietnam and US. Thanks for watching.